Can we fire Gallant a second time? Being down on the Laviolette hire might be the coolest take I've ever had. Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Rangers, and I'm here to talk about Game 9 of the regular season, where the Rangers win another one in overtime, this time 3-2 over the Winnipeg Jets, and finish the 5-game West Coast Canada road trip 5-0. They get 10 points out of 10. I'm speechless. I am speechless from what this team has done on this road trip, from starting out with just overwhelmingly dominant games to, last game, right? The 4th game of the road trip, where they probably don't deserve to win the game because you can clearly tell they're tired. And even in this game, where I don't think the Rangers looked that great, you can tell they still made adjustments from last game to this game. My view of the way the Rangers played this game tonight, they played like a team that was tired, but they knew they were going to be tired. It really felt like they knew they weren't going to be able to play at their top speed just from the fact that this is the second week on this road trip. It's been 2 weeks since they've been in their own home. It's been 2 weeks of nonstop travel. They are tired. They have been moving hotel to hotel, and it felt like the game plan coming into this: keep shots outside, keep them to a minimum. The defense played really well. The defense didn't really get caught pinching that many times. I thought the defense played a really solid game. They weren't too aggressive, and even when they were, it was shots from the blue line. Hats off to Laviolette. The joke of the intro, I am just flabbergasted at the system, the in-game changes, the game-to-game changes we've already seen from Peter Laviolette. I am blown away, because this is a hire. I thought he was the safe pick. I thought it was just a pick. I didn't get out of my seat for Peter Laviolette coming in. I was pleased to move on from Gerard Gallant, as I was not too happy with his final season as the Rangers head coach. But I did not think Peter Laviolette would come in and make this drastic of a change in a positive light this quickly. But by God, he has made me look like an absolute goober. After saying all that, I kind of feel like I did the end of the video spiel at the beginning. But you know what? We're going to change it up, and we're just going to go like that. Rangers get on the board first in this game. First period, almost at the end of the period, the Rangers have it in the offensive zone. Keandre Miller keeps it in, passes over to Jacob Trouba, and he sees out of the corner of his eye a streaking birthday boy, Artemi Panarin. A beautiful tip-in, a beautiful pass, just from Trouba to Panarin, and the Rangers have a 1-0 lead. That's super cool. And then a minute later, it's tied. I thought the Rangers defense did a pretty good job tonight with a few outliers. This is one of the outliers. Perfetti is carrying into the offensive zone. Blake Wheeler is, trying to stick lift him. He's doing a good job defending him from behind. Ryan Lindgren just completely leaves David Gustafsson all alone. For some reason, he goes for the guy Blake Wheeler's on. He gets a little bit of space by the time Lindgren tries to react. Top shelf. That was a really, really beautiful shot from Gustafsson. Not much Shesterkin could have done on it because, that was just a great shot, but by God, that is just not the type of goal you want to see from the top pair. And then you go to the second period where the Rangers had like 50 odd man rushes the other way. Jets did a really, really good job, especially on the 2-on-1 rushes that the Rangers had, but any odd man rush they had to break up the pass, getting bodies, sticks, arms, legs, any extremity they could in the passing lane. The Jets defense, I thought, did a pretty good job containing the Rangers offense, especially 5-on-5. Then you go to the third period, and Nikolai Ehlers gets a goal to give the Jets a 2-1 lead in this game. And I love Igor Shesterkin. And I think he's been really good to this point. Stole the game last game we played, and I thought he played well in this game even. That goal is just back-breaking, man. That's about as bad of a goal as you'll see Igor Shesterkin let in. A wraparound for Ehlers where his pads are just so out of position. It was ugly. The Jets get a 2-1 lead, and the Rangers for a while just can't get much going, but then finally later in the third period on a power play, the Rangers in the offensive zone, Panarin out to Fox along the blue line, moves in a little bit, and Christopher James Kreider, his 6th goal of the season already, Mr. Power Play goal himself, and the Rangers tie the game up. And now we get to talk about the end of regulation, which, with 20 seconds left, Ryan Lindgren trips Mason Appleton. And I say trips with air quotations, not in the normal way I talk about a penalty, where I'm like, well, I don't think that should have been a penalty, and here's why. That shouldn't have been a penalty because he didn't trip him. He was nearby Appleton when Appleton tripped on the ice. Lindgren did not touch him. They, on the broadcast, say, well, the ref probably didn't get a clear look at it because the net was in the way, and so was Igor Shesterkin. I think that opens up debatably a worse can of worms, where you now have a ref with 20 seconds left in regulation giving a team a power play in a tie game, and he couldn't see the play. That's debatably more concerning. Thankfully, it didn't matter, but I thought that was going to be it. Because Rangers, at the end of a long road trip, at the end of the final game of said long road trip, they're going to have to go on another penalty kill. Are you kidding me? They're going to, especially once it got to 4-on-3 overtime, I thought it was over. But my God, to tie back into the start, to tie back into Laviolette, the penalty kill is just unbelievable. Another big night for the PK. I want to get it pulled up. 0 for 3 tonight for the Jets on the PK. The penalty kill has looked as good as it ever has in the time that I've watched the Rangers play hockey. It's unbelievable. And after the first game against the Sabres, I talked about, man, the penalty kill looks really, really good. And I thought it was a little bit of, the first game hype, and it's a new system, and you want to go play hard for the new coach. They're still into it. I thought that all of the players going at 110% on that first game for the penalty kill was going to be like, yeah, that'll kind of tail off as it hasn't. You're 9 games in, and they're playing their asses off on the penalty kill. It's unbelievable. It looks great. It's unbelievable play from them. It's unbelievable buying into this system that Laviolette has instituted. And I'm just in awe watching them kill penalties. It's clinic. It's a clinic on how to run a penalty kill. Rangers kill off the penalty in overtime. They continue. They can't get anything going, but they're just fighting in the defensive zone. And finally, they start to break it out. Keandre Miller carries into the offensive zone. Panarin, who just gets on the ice, gets the pass. He is staring down the goaltender. And then no-look pass over to Mika Zibanejad. One-timer beats Connor Hellebuck. And just a few little things of housekeeping on that final goal. Panarin's now at 15 points on the year. Miller's at 7. And Mika Zibanejad now has 2 incredibly clutch goals in back-to-back games. They are cooking right now. And to make things even better, they get a couple of nights off. They don't play again until Thursday night, where they return to Madison Square Garden to take on the Hurricanes in an incredibly important Metro Division matchup. I'll be here afterwards to talk about it, but as for right now, that is all I have to say. So if you enjoyed the video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Rangers.